Hi, in this video, we'll be creating a retro-style space shooter game together. Let's get started by setting up a new 2D project in Unity using the built-in render pipeline. I've already added a sprite folder to the project. It has everything we need: a space background, spaceship for player and enemies, explosion animations, and a prototype sprite. First, let's rename our scene to Scene 0. It's always a good idea to name our scenes properly. Then, we'll change the aspect ratio in the game view to 16:9. Alright, we're ready to go. Next, let's set up the player spaceship. Just drag and drop the spaceship sprite into the hierarchy. It's pretty small, so we resize it a bit to make it look better. Now, let's animate the spaceship. Go to Window, then click on Animation to open the Animation tab. With the spaceship selected in the hierarchy, click Create. We'll make a new folder called Animations to keep things organized. Then, save this animation as Player Idle and hit Save. Next, select the two sprites of the player spaceship and drag and drop them into the animation timeline. Preview the animation and adjust the samples as needed. And now, we have the idle animation for the player. To give the sense that the player is moving, we make the background scroll. Drag and drop the background image into the scene view. Create a new script folder and add a C# script named Background. Attach the script to the background image in the hierarchy. Open the script in your IDE. Delete the start function and add a float background speed and set it to 0.5. Then, declare a private vector2 background position. In the update method, we'll assemble code to make the background move by using its transform. Save the script, go back to Unity and hit play. You'll see the background scrolling, creating the effect of movement through space. Next, we'll add a player controller script to give the player 4-direction movement using key presses. In the scripts folder, we'll create a new C# script called Player Controller. In the Player Controller script, declare a private float player speed and set it to 15. We'll also declare a private vector2 called Player Position. To keep the code readable, we'll create a private method to handle the player movement. We'll make the player move by updating the player's transform using input.getKey method. Finally, we'll call the method in the update function. When you hit play, you can now control the player movement using WASD keys. Now, we'll make the player shoot projectiles by pressing the spacebar. First, drag and drop the projectile sprite into the hierarchy. We'll change the order in layer value to something higher to make it visible. Next, we'll create a script to make the projectile move forward. We'll also add a method to destroy the projectile once it reaches the top of the screen. When you hit play, the projectile will move straight forward. We'll add a Cyclecolator 2D to the projectile. To save it as a prefab, create a folder called Prefabs and drag the projectile game object into it. Then, delete the projectile from the hierarchy. We'll create an empty child object in Player named Bullet Spawn Point. This is where the projectile will spawn. We'll position it at the tip of the player. In the player controller script, we'll add 2 lines of code to populate the inspector with projectile and bullet spawn point transform. Then, we'll create a shoot projectile method and call it in the update. We'll use the instantiate method to spawn a bullet whenever the spacebar is pressed. We'll drag and drop the projectile prefab and bullet spawn point into the inspector. Well done! Our spaceship can now shoot projectiles. Thank you for watching. If you want more videos on game development and pixel art, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you guys!